I'm back in Australia.
Yeah.
Currently travelling the west coast of Australia. Did the east coast last year, you know. Go watch my Aussie Diary vlogs if you haven't already, because they're bangers. Now exploring the west coast. See what it's got to offer. No time on anything, just taking it nice and slow, a day at a time, and enjoying the absolute beauty that is the west coast. Welcome to the Aussie vlogs part 2. Now this is the face of a gal who's running off of 30 hours sleep. Oh no. I wish. Who's running off of 30 hours no sleep. Bus, club, another club, no sleep, another club, no sleep, another club. My skin has actually broken out there. That is a big dry spot. I've just did a face mask, but oh my goodness, it looks awful on the camera. It's not actually that bad in real life. I've got my teeth whitening in and I'm about to do my eyebrows to make myself feel a bit more rejuvenated, because I honestly feel like a zombie right now and my eye bags are Gucci. Now there's a reason for all this lack of sleep, and I will tune back in with you to tell you all about it when I'm feeling a little bit fresher, because right now I need a nap. Now, I'm very easygoing. I am not a snob by any means. I've stayed in hostels all over the world. When I tell you the hostel that I was checked into, I physically couldn't stay there. I had tears in my eyes. The couch smelled a mix of feet and vomit. And I found the hostel worker to be very rude and dismissive. This is the worst KFC I've ever had in my life. The salad was actually brown. Like, what the hell, Australia? Sort your KFC out. This is a major low point in my life. I do not think I've smelled worse. Every time I catch a whiff of myself, I want to vomit. Like, I'm actually embarrassed that that's me. This is just not a good day. Checked into a new hotel and met up with my bestie for some drinks in the evening, so things took a positive turn. Then the next day it was on to exploring Perth, checking out the botanical gardens and the view at Kings Park. It was stunning vibes. So even though the first 12 hours of the Perth trip started horrendously, it's amazing how things quickly can change. Who can be human when the weather is as great as it is? Australia prices compared to Thailand prices is making me want to cry. My dinner for tonight, coming from my bedroom, a tin of tuna, which to be fair, this is great value for money. Tins of tuna at home, you get 25 grams of protein in them. This one, you get 30. And it was like $1.70, which is cheap. Whatever it is in dollars, just do half price. That's where the bad mindset comes from. So if like you see a top and you're like, $20, that's only a tenner. That's not good. Like, you should not be doing that, because it makes spending too easy. You just see everything being half price. And then I mix it in to this. It's a Mexican style salad, and it's got lettuce, cabbage, carrot and corn with a spicy, tangy Mexican dressing and crunchy corn chips. See, when I travelled the East Coast 2024, this tuna and this was my go-to, and I would also boil some carrots and just add it in as well, so it was like a hot meal. But I don't have a hob here, so we're just making do with that, and I probably will be eating it with a teaspoon that you have with your tea and coffee section. I just have a teaspoon. And then I got these protein turkey breast like rice crackers. It's basically like a Lunchable, but I was like, that's a nice wee like addition to have on the side. And I'm really pushing the boat out here, not just having my water, but I also got a Fanta orange. Look how vibrant the orange colour is here. That doesn't look healthy. All them chemicals. Little treat now and again. So yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows doing the travelling and hopping about. Sometimes you've got to just go back to reality and eat a tin of tuna sitting in your bed. It's all part of the experience. So to work in Australia as on a work holiday visa, it's better the more like certificates you have. For example, Health and safety wise, you need a white card, and to do that you pay $100, which is £50, and you do a 4-hour like course thing. I'm doing that tomorrow, but once I do that and I pass it, hopefully, could you imagine, I can then add that to my CV, and it enhances my chance of getting a job so much better, because like they would just look at the CV, and if you've not got a white card, they probably maybe put it away. Because I've been looking into doing FIFO, that's the mines, because you can make a lot of money doing that. It's like 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and yes, the shifts are absolutely brutal. I'd like to do housekeeping maybe, and like utilities management, so like working in sort of bar there. But I enjoyed housekeeping at home, and it's mentally stimulating. So maybe do that, but you need a white card for it, because you're like on a mine site. 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and it's 12-hour shifts and a roasting hot heat. So see, for that 2 weeks on, you're probably going to be absolutely miserable, but it's all accommodation paid, all food paid. There's a gym on site, swimming pools on site, like, so it seems pretty good way to save your money, and the wages for that are phenomenal. My mum knows some people who actually just came to Australia to bash out FIFO for a good few months in a row to save their money to then spend back in the UK, because it was just a quicker way of making money. If you're willing to put in the hard graft, you then reap the rewards because the wages are good. So I'm keeping everything crossed, but I'm going to do my RSA as well, which is a certificate that you can sell alcohol. Like, you need that if you ever want to work in a bar, hospitality, and also for FIFO it's good if you have that as well. What else is there? So the RSA, the white card, I've got my Australian phone number now. I am in the process of opening the bank. I do not have any insurance like Medicare, but I'll get that sorted soon. It's just so much to do. I'm like, this is way too much adult for me. I just want to be back on a beach in Thailand drinking smoothies. But I'll keep you updated after the white card test course thing. So pray for Jo that she passes and it's not $100 down the drain that I have to pay again. Oh my god, could you imagine that? I'm spending money like water here, and I'm tight and I'm struggling. Each time I tap my card, a tear falls from my eye. I'm just loving my Chang top. Your girl smashed her white card test this morning. Booyah! Any FIFO people looking for housekeepers / utilities / site admin, drop me a message please, because I'm poor. The test was actually alright. I had to do a 25-page booklet, like multiple choice question, but the guy gave you the answers. Like, as the slides were on, he was like, that's the answers for these ones. And then you had to do a speaking exam as well, so just in the room one-on-one with the examiner. He asked you a list of questions and you just recite the answers. Now I was shit myself, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when it comes to exams and pressured environments like that, like, I do really get anxious, and I was like, Joanne, why on earth you just give me a major throwback to like school and uni. I was like, I hate exam settings. Like, thank Christ I never have to sit that driving test again, because that was the worst like test I'll ever sit in my life. And I don't drive, like I hate driving, but I only did it to tick as a tick box that I've got my license, but that test sucked. I had rehearsed the answers that much that it literally just rolled off my tongue like it was a bloody song that I had learned. I jotted down some notes that I actually found to be quite interesting. I think you'll actually be kind of interested to know. So in the mines, like FIFO, fly in, fly out, it can get honestly up to 49 degrees weather, like 49 degrees. That is nuts. He was basically just talking about the importance of like shade breaks, staying hydrated, and how you can actually end up severely ill / die from heat stroke. Like, it's not to be messed about with here. Like, it's critical and you need to take it serious. And he said you can be drinking up to 10 litres of water on the days that are that hot. 10 litres of water is so much. Like, this big ass bottle is 1 litre, so we're drinking 10 of them. But he said it's not uncommon and that's what you should be doing. Like, the more the better. Supervisors and managers are 100% responsible for the employees. So see if there's any accidents, and then if the courts find like even a slim bit of negligence from that like supervisor or manager, they're done with manslaughter. Like, they're going to jail. That's not like that in the UK, I swear. Like, they're covered by other bases, but that's a new law that's been introduced because a German backpacker in 2016 went back up a site without her harness on and stood on a bucket and fell down a shaft and died. That's shocking, but basically the site manager basically just said, oh, it was her decision to go back up. That's not the case at all anymore. They're like, whatever happens, the supervisor has to be responsible, so therefore they can't leave someone to do a job. They have to be there sort of at all times and like make sure that safety procedures and protocols have been followed, and if not, they're the ones who get done, not the employee. Coming back to the heat stroke importance, there was a guy, it was only a few years ago, really heartbreaking story. He worked as a slinger for the big crane, so like I think he would be down in the bottom loading it and then sending it up, and then whoever's at the top would be taking it off, whatever. But one day the guy who worked at the top was off sick, like he didn't come in, so instead of sending that guy home as well, or like getting someone else to help him, he ended up doing the slinging at the bottom, jumping up the crane and doing the offloading at the top, something like that. He ended up getting severe heat stroke, went to the doctors and they misdiagnosed him for a stomach bug and just told him to take the next day off, which he did, and he went back again, same situation. He was the only one, the other person was off. He actually fainted, had a seizure, and it was a brain tumour. Like, do not mess around with sun and heat out here. Like, you really need to be smart with it all, especially on those sites where you're working like 10-12 hour days. I'm saying like I want to do FIFO because like the money aspect, it's all your food and accommodation paid, and I do think it'd be quite a different experience. You're not going to get to do this really anywhere else. Like in the UK you can get any job, but that's actually quite interesting. But I do think the shifts would be absolutely brutal, and I'm not equipped for that. I don't know. Might be a case of if I'm lucky enough to get in, I try it, and it's not for me, I'll find another job. But brutal out there. I've currently got a big load of washing in. I hadn't did my washing that really badly needed done for about the past 3 or 4 days. It just left sitting there, like I just didn't have enough time like during the day. Just checked into a new accommodation in the beautiful Scarborough, Perth, and just chucked all my washing in the machine there. I need to go get it in 21 minutes. It's that hot here though, I could probably just chuck it on the balcony and it would be dry in the next few hours. I'm just chilling in the sun at Scarborough Beach, and I really want to eat my delicious apple that I got from Coles. It's big, juicy, oh it's the best, crispiest, sweetest apple ever. But look at my dilemma. There's so many of like the seagulls just everywhere, and as soon as you whip out food, they just come straight over to you and want a bit. I have a major phobia of birds, so the seagull is actually controlling my life right now. I just want my apple. Take a guess at the temperature right now. 33 degrees, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. What the hell? 33 degrees. Currently chilling at the accommodation pool. It's really quite cute. Just nice, cute little pool, loads of shaded areas, and my little bed's just there. I was at the beach earlier, like just chilling on the grass. When I was in the East Coast last year, like Sydney and Manly, all that places, there was so many more shark alarms going off. Like I feel like when I got there I was like, oh, this just happens all the time, like there's always shark sightings and you hear the big alarm. That hasn't happened here, and I thought WA had more sharks. So unless I've just been lucky that they've I've not been at like Scarborough Beach, and hence why the alarm hasn't had to be raised. But it seemed just to be happening more when I was in the East Coast the last time I was here. It's the Scarborough markets tonight, and I checked online. There's like 60 food vendors, 30 plus like retail vendors. It looks really quite good. I love me a little market. I'm so hungry right now. I did a food shop in Coles. When I say food shop, I mean it very lightly, just mainly like basic stuff like for breakfast. I got some like yogurt and fruit, and then lunch, dinner, tuna, rice and veg. Very boring, but on a budget, you know. Don't really have a job to be splashing the cash. So having like dinner tonight, like out, will be good. I'm really hungry and I'm saving up for it. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, and I'm feeling good. My breakfast was phenomenal. Doubled up on the strawberries, strawberry yogurt and strawberries. It was delicious. Feeling myself for a big morning of a long hot walk from Scarborough Beach all the way up past Trig Beach. Quite a trek. I think I was walking for about 3 hours in total. Beautiful big coastal walk. The beaches in WA are different gravy compared to any other beach I've seen in my life. White sand, crystal clear waters. It really is pinch me moment vibes when you're like standing looking over such a gorgeous view. It's like laptop screensavers. You know, the stock gallery images of like beautiful beaches, thinking, oh man, I wish I was there. Well, that's actually what was like. It's surreal. Such a cool concept of surfboard rental. I really wish I could surf or was interested in it as a hobby, because great opportunity to learn. However, I am terrified of the waves and the ocean. You never know what's lurking beneath you. How insane is this view? Like, look at the different tones of the water, and the sand is so white and clear. Julia really can't capture me like this. Now stick with me. This whole area, like the beach, the nice gorgeous houses, reminds me of Cousins in The Summer I Turned Pretty. That show had me in a chokehold and I'm not even finished it. I'm not finished it. It was on season 3, episode 1 or 2 when I left to go to Thailand, and I haven't finished it since, so I still don't know how it ends, but I love it so much. I'll show you the houses, like fancy beach houses. Like there's a house there, turn around, gorgeous view of the beach. Doesn't that remind you of Cousins? I'm currently sitting on Sunset Hill, which, yes, it is a designated hill just off of the main esplanade to watching the sunset. Like, this is a really great spot to come. Then there's the lifeguard tower, I think, over there, maybe? Got flags up over there where you're allowed to swim between the flags. Just absolutely stunning. It's only 10 AM right now. Beautiful scenes. Another thing which Australia does 10 million times better than the UK, like on this one the UK could never. They have like public facilities everywhere. Like, it's not a far walk to the next set of public toilets, and they're always clean, they're always filled with soap. Like, you know how usually when they're home you try and press soap and there's nothing in it? But my mum went down to London in like October, and I had heard this before, like one of the podcasts I was listening to said it. The lack of public toilets in London city centre is genuinely a joke. Like, there's none. Tube stations, nah. Like, and if you have a condition, not even that, like if you just are someone like me as well, like drink a lot of water, I go to the toilet so many times during the day. Like, I don't think I would cope taking a trip to London, and it actually puts me off. Whereas here, I know that each time I refill my big hydro flask and chug it, the toilet's only a 5-minute walk away. It's great. I never need to worry, and therefore then suffer from like being thirsty, and especially in this heat you need to be drinking your water all the time, so I'm able to do that and still use the toilet. just about to sit on the balcony and have my brekkie, but I'm still big on my electrolyte tablets when I'm out here. You can never be too hydrated, if you get me. The amount you be sweating is crazy. Strawberry and lime flavour. Cheers! I'm not gonna lie, I have not had one bad plum since being in Australia. I'm a fruit guru. I can tell good fruit from bad fruit, and let me tell you, all the Australian fruit I've had has been so juicy, so sweet and so delicious. Mix it with these honey soy rice crackers and you have the perfect pill snack combo. Apparently WA have the best sunsets. I'll put this to the test. Let's go check it out. Thanks for watching my Aussie vlog. It's currently 9 PM and it is 30 degrees. I'm absolutely boiling and all this room has is a ceiling fan, which is fair enough. Most of the accommodation choices were mainly ceiling fans, well, like the affordable accommodation choices, because I ain't out here splashing cash I don't have. I'm absolutely shattered because, well, walking about loads in the heat, right? I'm averaging about 18,000 steps a day, like averaging. Some days I'm doing more than that. My feet are disgusting. Like, I have blisters and scabs all over them. I've gone through so many plasters, but I physically can't put trainers on my feet because socks and trainers, oh my god, in this heat is just far too warm. That, by the way, listen to how loud that is. That's what I'm having to sleep with, all that going on, because earplugs actually don't fit in my ears. Like, I can't get, you know, AirPods, or like the wee squishy earbuds. They just don't fit in my ear, because like that part there, the tragus, whatever you call it, I couldn't even get that pierced. I went to see about getting it pierced and they said I couldn't because it was too small. So I don't even have ear protection, like, to save me from hearing all that. Anyway, less me complaining. Thank you so much for watching the return of the Aussie Diaries. Let's see what's gonna happen, because I have no idea. I'm just taking it each day it comes, and I'm just gonna see what happens. I'll love you and leave you. Stay tuned for the next video, because I'm in Fremantle right now, and the next video is going to be Fremantle based. Really cool place, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to save it for the next video. Love and hugs, and I'll see you in another tutorial video. Yeah.